You're listening to the Michael Baisden Show podcast.
Welcome to the Michael Baisden Show. Our hot topic today, the truth about marriage, a feature we do, or we should do, every week. All the folks getting out here, getting married for the wrong reasons, not knowing what they get into. I asked a very simple question today, many questions today. What do you wish someone would have told you about marriage that you didn't know, that you wish they would have told you?
I will always say, Tanisha, fall in love with yourself first. And that was the biggest thing, because if I love myself, then I can properly love the person that I'm with.
What about you, Neek?
I mean, I wish that I would have known how important certain things are in terms of goals, like fitness. I know it sounds shallow, fitness, wellness, because it's a lifestyle that is life or death in the long term.
And you, George?
I'm with Tanisha. I think you should love yourself as much as you can, as often as you can.
Okay.
Well, it's funny when you're married, you end up doing that.
Love you for you and find out who you are and love you even more.
George, okay, I think we got the idea.
Stress relief.
I asked a question also, do we understand that we're marrying that person's family as well, not just them? And how significant is it to look at the father or the mother of the person that you're dating? Is there a story to be told looking at those different aspects?
Looking at their marriage. Looking at the mother and father's marriage, because the roles that they played, was it a matriarch type situation or the patriarch? Like, who was the one that was calling the shots?
That's right. It makes
And
a difference.
also their habits. Do they take care of themselves? Because long term, you're going to see, what you're probably going to be ending up with.
And they will pick their nails in the bed, their toenails, and leave them in the bed.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
That's the truth about marriage. You heard from me and George and Tanisha and Dominique. Now it's time for us to hear from you. Let's get to your calls on the Michael Baisden Show. Oh, my goodness. Thanks for listening to the Michael Baisden Show live stream, sponsored by VideoPitch.com. Go to VideoPitch.com now and be a part of our growing community of writers, video producers, and filmmakers, and get paid to share your business, opinion, and talent with the world. Now back to the Michael Baisden Show live stream. Welcome to the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. I'll give you more news, give you more details about what's going on around the world. This SpaceX story is really important. I'm a huge fan of the CEO. I mean, this guy
Elon Musk.
Yes,
he's amazing. They
amazing.
call him the real life Iron Man.
What?
And do you know this is the first time a privately financed rocket has ever attempted to boost a payload outside of Earth's orbit, a successful launch for SpaceX. And it's really a big deal.
It's a
this
big
could
deal.
impact the future of humans in space.
Tell them how big this thing is. When I read it, Dominique, and the size of this thing is incredible.
Yeah, it's got the force of 18 747 jetliners. It was carrying a cherry red Tesla Roadster there because he owns SpaceX and Tesla, of course, and he was the founder of PayPal.
You know what I like about this guy? He's innovative. This is the thing I love about him most. He's not afraid to fail. And for anybody out there who's a true entrepreneur, that is hugely important, man. Hugely important. There's
You're gonna fail a lot if
Yes.
you're a true entrepreneur. If you do it and you do it right, you're probably not gonna hit it on your first time. Believe me.
Nobody ever follows the stories about how much these guys fail before they reach the top. I certainly have a story to tell. We all do.
We do.
We've all failed tremendously before we got to where we are now. We have so much more we need to do.
You certainly have.
Yes. Oh, my God. I felt the pain. Let me tell you.
Yes, you
Dominique,
have.
talk to me about what's going on. Thank you very much, George. About this sad story that's going on in Los Angeles right now.
Well, it's another officer-involved shooting. This is the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. As a young boy, 16 years old, killed. And it's sketchy what happened. Of course, the sheriff's department saying that he had a gun tucked into his waistband, that he was running from them, that he turned towards them and they opened fire. But no gun was found at the scene. Now, he was killed
Listen to this, everybody. Wait till you all hear this part.
Killed near an apartment building, and the community rushes out. The cops are waiting for backup. Now what they're saying is that someone from the community took the gun, and that's why there's been no weapon found at the scene.
There's also
That makes no sense.
a story about them putting his shirt on.
Yes, they're saying that he didn't have a shirt on. He was kicking it watching the Super Bowl, didn't have his shirt on. They're saying the officers may have moved the body and put a shirt on the young man. Now, these are stories coming from the community, and they are directly in conflict with what the sheriff's telling the media.
Well, we're going to try to be patient, and we are going to be patient as being responsible broadcasters to get more information about this story. But We're certainly going to stay on
Where
top
all
of
these
it.
body cams at? Where all these car
Sheriff's
cams at?
deputies don't have body cams. LAPD does, but the Los Angeles County sheriffs don't have them. Some of them have personal cameras, but none
Well,
were
stop
there at the
freaking
scene.
around, spending money on nonsense, and spend some money and put on cams on everybody.
I can't think of anything that's more important. Also, there was a father who died, Dominique. That was a very sad story.
Yeah, and it's a heroic, bittersweet story. It actually reminds me of the story of This Is Us, which played right after the Super Bowl. This father of 5 children, the house catches on fire. His 5 children, his wife, and himself are all there. This is in Georgia, Clayton County. The father had to break the windows. His name is John Gamble. He pushed each of his children out the window, got his wife to safety, but he wasn't able to survive himself. The wife was treated for smoke inhalation, and the children had minor cuts and bruises, but the dad passed away,
What a
saving
sad
his
story.
children.
And what
Yeah.
it's such a horrible thing to happen. We were talking about families today on the show. So this was just hit home for so many of us. And,
All of us.
speaking of the television show, there's a YouTube star who's gotten a lot of trouble over racial issues.
Yeah, this has, been an epidemic for some of these YouTube stars. This guy was cast in a movie, major role, playing with Common and Issa Rae and others. His name is Keon Lawley. He's got 6 million subscribers on YouTube. The movie is The Hate You Give.
Wow.
And then the racist video from back in the day comes out. He's talking about, black people drinking purple Kool-Aid and eating fried chicken and all this stuff, using the N-word.
And what's the name of the show that he does?
Well, it was a movie that he was cast in, The
Movie?
Hate You Give, but he has been kicked off that set.
And people don't believe in karma?
How about that? Do you marry the family? That's what it's all about right now. Hit me up at 855-962-7469. You do marry the family. I got my girl Lavanya on right now. Lavanya, how you doing?
Okay, yourself?
I'm not against marriage. Just want to make sure
Why
the
you-
whole
so who
country.
you
I'm
trying
just
to
saying.
convince, us
I'm
or
just saying.
yourself?
You all are dogging me out off the air. So Lavanya, what do you say?
I'm not against marriage either.
Right.
However, it takes a lot of hard work,
Duh.
and there has to be a mutual understanding of everything, especially with communication between two people.
Yeah, what about the
Because
family,
this
though?
is-
No. What about the family? Because that's the conversation we want to have right now. Do you marry the family? What does that mean?
I love my in-laws. However, marrying the family and my family takes on a different connotation. The connotation is we're not going to come unless you call for us. And when we call for you, hey, we're coming. Guns blazing.
Whoa, easy.
Yeah, I know a family.
How do
like
we
that.
get with the guns already? Wait,
No, I
Lavanya.
had a family like this in my neighborhood. Yeah.
Not literal guns, but
Okay.
hey, we're coming to take care of business.
I was like, damn.
Because our family never called.
Look, Lavanya, let me tell you where I'm going with this. Because now you got me all messed up. I'm saying that when you marry the person, that we marry the family, we mean we marry the family's problems. That means if the family got financial issues, we got to deal with the financial issues. If there's
Maybe
drama, we're dealing with all of that with the family. You're marrying the family.
It depends on how close they are to their family, right?
That's right.
In my family, financial issues will never cross. That's something that we don't believe in. However, but if there are problems, let's say between the two people, and things need to be talked out or communicated,
What if it's a health problem? What if it's a health problem and everybody need to pitch in to correct it? The expense of it.
then we come together as a family and we try to
No, before you come together as a family, you got to come together with your partner. And this is what I'm talking about. You all haven't
There you
had
go.
nobody. Look, listen, Lavanya, hold on for a second. I want you to hear me out on
There
this.
you go.
What happens when people get together? You got one person with a family that's a little bit more needy than the other one. You're working hard for your money. You want to be able to take care of your kids and yourself, and your partner's steadily giving their family money. I'm a fan of marriage. A lot of people don't understand this. I'd love to see married people. Hope you all enjoying the show. Hope you're enjoying the music. I do. I enjoy seeing married people. How are you all laughing?
Because it sounds like I am not a crook.
I'm not a crook.
I'm not a
I'm not a racist.
I'm not a racist.
I'm not a racist. No, whenever, let me just say this. I got my girl Hyacinth on right now. By the way, it is a flower, right, Dominique?
Yes, it is. A beautiful flower.
Smokable, I think.
Yeah.
George said.
You guys would smoke anything.
Okay, not on the air, Dominique.
Sorry.
Hyacinth, we're talking about the serious impact of dealing with people's families when you marry them. Do people understand that you're marrying a family too? And what kind of advice should we be giving people prior to getting married? Let's keep it real. Talk to me.
So I totally agree that you do marry the family, but I'm in a situation currently. I'm engaged, and I've basically canceled my wedding.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Balance of
Yeah. Okay.
My fiance doesn't understand the balance of marriage. His family is heavily involved. He wants to take care of his children. It's too much. And so there's a balance that has to be achieved. You're talking about marriage and family. Yes, you do marry the family. His mother is currently not well, and he needs support, and I'm all for that. But there's a line, and he doesn't know where the line stops.
All right, give me an example of something that's happening with his family where he's not finding the balance.
So a good example is, his parent, like his mother is ill. She's ailing, and he has a big family, and his siblings are not as responsive to her needs as he is, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay to bring her in the home. But when you don't have that level of support and you have kind of everybody inputting but nobody financially helping out, it makes it difficult.
I don't think you're okay with it. I don't think you're okay with it.
I'm not okay with it.
You're not.
And she shouldn't be.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Go ahead, Dominique. What were you saying?
No, it doesn't sound like she's okay with it. And the thing is, we marry the family in customs and all the baggage. But I do think she's right. There have to be boundaries.
Yes.
If not, the marriage will suffer.
Because don't leave it for them to draw the line, because there'll be no line.
There is no line, and that's exactly why I had to postpone our marriage, because I want him to understand, like, I'm okay. I'm going to support the family. I'm going to support your mother. I'm going to do everything that you need as a partner, but there has to be a line.
Stop right there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the point we're going to move on. Hyacinth, the flower, the smoking flower. Thank you for calling into the Michael Basin Show.
Edible flower.
Edible flower. Come back with more of your calls. But great lesson, though, man. If you don't find those boundaries and the balance, your relationship will suffer, and sometimes it'll end. Come back with more of your calls on the Michael Basin Show. Serious business. Thanks for listening to the Michael Basin Show live stream, sponsored by VideoPitch.com. Go to VideoPitch.com now and be a part of our growing community of writers, video producers, and filmmakers, and get paid to share your business, opinion, and talent with the world. Now back to the Michael Basin Show live stream. Shout out to all the happily married people out there. And once again, for the record, I love married people. Hope you all enjoying the music and the conversation. It is. Whenever I turn on my Facebook page and somebody joins my page and I hit their picture and I see them with their husband and wife,
What'd you do?
I smile, man. Because
You smile and click away.
I
Smile
don't.
and do what?
I don't. I smile because I know that there is a man who's happy with his woman and there's a woman who's happy with a man. I'm telling you, I'm genuinely happy for married people. I need to know what your advice is and what you wish somebody would advise you of before you got married. And also, more importantly, I wanted to start with this topic Millie's hanging on with us about, balancing out the family issue, because that's a huge problem for a lot of people. Millie, talk to me about that.
I love married people, too. There is a line between love and hate. Remember that. We should take family on as family. And his family is just as important as mine, but I become first at all times. Don't put me behind you. But Mama's got to take place now. Mama's always got to take front.
Whoa. I got to disagree with you. So your mother, so if I'm in a relationship with you and we're married and my mother's constantly calling asking me to do something, I'm supposed to drop everything I'm doing with us to go take care of my mother.
No, sir. You're not going to drop nothing with me. You got to come with me first. Remember, I'm first.
Oh, you meant Mama is
Mama
you.
takes her place. No,
Oh, got you.
Yeah, he ain't no woman like you, man.
Got you.
You got to call her Mama.
You don't left Mama to marry me. So now you're married to me.
Got you.
So I become first. But we can't forget about Mama, okay?
No, but it's a balance, though, Millie. Look, my point is, if you're dealing with a mama's boy, for example, you got a mama's boy who's constantly running, and a lot of women can relate to what I'm saying right now. Trust me, Millie. The guy's constantly dropping everything he's doing to run over to do things for his mom. That's a problem. Yes, you want a man who loves and respects his mom, but there's got to be a limit. What do you say to that?
First of all, Michael, if you was a mama's boy, I ain't marrying you. You can stay with Mama.
Got you.
You're going to stay with Mama. But I become first. When you marry me and put that ring on my finger, it's me and you. And then we can take care of everybody else later.
And women always say they can do something that your mama can't do. or your mama shouldn't be doing.
Millie, thank you so much for calling. The conversation is our feature called The Truth About Marriage. I thought about being married again.
Okay.
What is up with this? What's up with this crew, man?
When did you think about
I just thought about what would it be like, what's the all right, I'm done. Janice, go ahead, Dominique.
Well, it's interesting you say that because
it's crazy, man.
The number of Americans who are married are actually at its lowest point since 1920, but remarriage is on the rise.
Okay.
So you might be part of a trend.
Dominique, thank you for not laughing.
You're welcome.
Okay. Janice, how you doing? Okay, now she's laughing. How you doing, Janice?
But that is a very scary statistic.
Yes, it is. What do you say about all this, Janice?
I married my husband. He and I were college sweethearts, and I think early on that he was a straight-up mama's boy, and I knew I had something going. And when he had proposed to me last year, I said, well, we're going to get married. Let's go do the marriage counseling thing. And thankfully, the minister that married us encouraged us to work on that. One of being one of the bigger things that we needed to work on. And he encouraged me not to say things like, it's me or her, or she can't do what I can do. He said those are offensive and disrespectful, and you don't want to belittle a man.
But at least you did something that a lot of people don't do. You had counseling. Most people do not get counseling. And to my point, Dominique and George, and to you too, Janice, people don't meet each other's parents like they used to. We're living a culture right now where a lot of people don't live in the cities where their parents are. I have not lived in Chicago in 20-something years. So we don't live in the same town where our mothers and fathers are. So a lot of times you don't get to see the family dynamic. You can see certain things over the phone, Dominique, I agree, but you don't see the everyday back and forth with the family, which can affect the relationship when you live in the same city. Just my opinion.
Well, I think prior to my husband, prior to my other relationships, those were always key points for me to know who you were, because sometimes you're not going to always expose those things, but the mama will say, oh, I remember when, or the sisters or that crazy cousin will tell the truth. Right. So I think it's important to get to know the family. They're going to share. You get to know the culture and understand who they are, that they're not always willing to expose. So I think those are great characteristics you would want to find out.
Yeah, you know what I want to see? I want to see your mama. I want to see your mama face to face.
I want to see your drunk aunt. That's how you gonna act when you get drunk.
Now, I know a lot of times we say look at the whole family, but for a man, and you all can correct me if I'm wrong, I got my girl Sandy online, you got to look at the mother if you are a man, because she's going to probably look like her mother when she's get older. How is her mother's attitude and temperament? People don't think about the word temperament when they get involved with someone. That is 9 times out of 10, the mama is going to be the daughter, or vice versa. Sandy, do you agree or disagree, and what's your comment about what you wish you were told before you got married?
I agree to some extent, Mike, but I'm gonna tell you my thing is that I married a mama's boy. But I got lucky because I married a mama's boy. Like I say, those nosy sisters and those nosy brothers. He was the only child, so he's a mama's boy. But the thing about it, the good thing was that his mama wanted a daughter, and his dad wanted a daughter. So I became a daughter that they didn't have. So my key to you ladies is find a man that don't have any nosy sisters. Don't have any other siblings, and you got it made.
Wow.
A hard thing to do, but you can do it. But my thing is, I always told my son that if a man loves his mother, he'll love his woman. So the key to it is that every man who loves and treats his mom right is going to treat that woman right.
That's an interesting. Hold on. That's an interesting point. Hold on for me a second. That's a very interesting point that I did not touch on. We are dealing with a lot of men and women who have issues with their parents, and I agree with you. A man who's got mother issues, Dominique.
No doubt. I mean, it's just like men always want to talk about women with daddy issues. I think we have to look at what was our role model. How was the parents' relationship? And if the parents' relationship was bad, how did they overcome it? Yes, for sure. I mean, you got to look at how he treats his mom. If he treats his mom bad, you think he's going to treat you any better? That's
a good way of looking at this family. Also, we got to talk about the impact on the family when it comes to infidelity. I always look at a woman's friends as well, because those are usually the group of people that she go to when she has issues. Those are the ones she's going to go to for counseling, for advice. Let me talk to Sandy. And Sandy,
I look at her pet. George.
Go ahead, Sandy. Wrap this up for me. Go ahead.
You also have to look at the fact too, is that there's men out there that's looking for that mama figure. They're looking for that one that that's going to feed them, the one that's going to give them that comfort, the one that's going to be there in the image of their mom. So there's a lot of men out there that are mama boys that's looking for the same comfort for the woman.
I agree.
But you have to set those guidelines. I'm not your mother. I'm your woman.
Bam.
Yeah.
Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Also, there's an issue with what happens in the marriage when it comes to infidelity. This is a very serious issue. We're going to come back with more of that on the Michael Basin Show. Can cheating make your relationship stronger?
Nope, it's over.
Wow. We'll see about that when we come back, G-Dub.
With me.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Basin Show live stream, sponsored by VideoPitch.com. Go to VideoPitch.com now and be a part of our growing community of writers, video producers, and filmmakers, and get paid to share your business, opinion, and talent with the world. Now back to the Michael Basin Show live stream. Welcome back to the Michael Basin Show, Grown Folks Radio. For all the couples out there who have gone through it, George Wilborn was married for many years, 17 years. I was only married for 5. It was a beautiful 5 years, had a great marriage, had a great divorce, and we had a great friendship afterwards. Dominique, you were married for how long?
17 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 17 years.
Wow.
That scares me, man.
Why does that scare you? Young Miles Lowe, why does that scare you?
I'm 23. That's longer than I've been alive. And something that you've done for 17, more than half of my life.
Yeah.
Can just come to an end so abruptly.
Yeah, and especially when it comes to infidelity and a whole host of other issues. Shadia, hope I got your name right. That's how we got on the topic of Shadia. How you doing, Shadia?
You did. I'm well. And remember, happiness is the key to everything. If you're not happy and you know you're not going to be happy, walk away. I'm in the First Wives Club, and I was married my first time for 12 years, and I wasn't happy. So walking away and getting into another relationship at a different time, I'm very ecstatic. It's a good relationship. We're friends. We're best friends, and it's healthy. And as far as the family goes, you're marrying that person. When we're intimate, I'm not having sex with cousins, brothers, sister, aunts, and uncles.
Right.
It's about me and you. And also in the beginning, go over your deal breakers. If the deal breaker in the beginning is, listen, every time your mama calls, you have to leave, you don't need to be with that person.
That's right.
Ground rules up front. And I think a lot of people make the mistake of thinking they can deal with it because that person's financially wealthy or they're affluent. And it gets beyond that point.
Let me ask you something. Hold on a second. You said you in the First Wives Club, so you haven't been cheated on before in your marriage.
Oh my God! That's why I'm in the First Wives Club. First Wives Club means you're the first wife of someone who was pretty affluent, and I was really willing to walk away from.
Wait. So that's what I want to talk about. So why walk away? Why you trying to tell me that once you have infidelity in marriage, it's over?
Most definitely. Once, you got to remember, if it's in you, they're going to do it again. 2, it's not healthy. And 3, once you actually are intimate with someone, you've already been intimate with them mentally, and you're there. Remember, as humans, we're always attracted to other humans. The difference between being a more civilized or moral human is not acting on that urge or impulse.
Absolutely.
So if someone acts on it once, they're going to keep doing it. And remember, women are different than men. When we want to be intimate with someone or cheat, we already started orchestrating, does this man have enough money to support me? Is he someone I'm going to willing to be with and walk away from? So we have a whole different ball game going on because we don't want to lose to lose.
Because you can lose it all, too, just like the man can lose it all.
Yes. So we want to get it good and win. You don't want to get it good and lose.
I cannot believe that. And again, you're definitely welcome to your opinion about this. I could not, as a responsible broadcaster or a man, tell people that if you're cheated on one time, get out of the relationship.
I'm out.
No matter how much. Hold on. No matter how. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Please let me get my thought out, and then I'll let you back in. No matter how much is invested in the kids, no matter how much is invested in your life together, you're trying to tell me if a person steps out one time, it's over.
Yes, because mentally, it really is over. You're just going through the emotions.
Wow.
You're going through, you know what, maybe this can work. Maybe we can see counseling. Maybe we can get pastoral counseling, whatever, a psychiatrist, whomever.
No, I got you. I mean, I asked the question, you gave me the answer. All I can do is respect that. Shadia, thank you so much for calling, man. I know I'm sure there's a lot of men and women who agree with you, including George Wilborn. I got to get Dominique's thoughts. She's sitting here with her hand over her mouth. We're going to get that next on the Michael Bader Show. I do not believe the marriage is over when you cheat. I just don't believe it. I think you can be better and stronger and better. And Dominique, I want you to respond to that before we talk to my man, Kerry.
Well, I just think that's like saying we're expecting people to be perfect. I don't know if it's realistic. I have a friend that's been married 40 years, and they had a cheating incident, and they did 20 years of happy marriage afterwards. I mean, it means you're putting sex over friendship, over the kids, over love, over money, over everything.
I think it's a case-by-case basis. Because you do it to me, it's over. Because honesty is something I come with up front. And if I'm willing to do that and you're not mature enough to tell the truth, that's a problem, especially when it comes to infidelity.
Marriages, as you know, George, is so dynamic, man. When you got kids involved, you have all kind of issues with the family outside, and of course you do. And so to say, and I'm not disagreeing with you taking your position, but just to say to throw everything away because somebody, either the man or the woman, has an affair is crazy.
You did.
Miles, go ahead, Miles.
Listen, just because I've never been married.
No, you have not.
I'm trying to, get some gems from you guys.
Talk to Kerry about it, too.
I got a question for George real quick.
Okay.
Because George said if their honesty is the most important thing. Let's say you didn't find out. Let's say they came clean about it to you. Is it still over?
If I didn't find out about it.
No, they told you. You didn't look for it. They told
confessed.
They confessed.
Oh man, that's part of the honesty part, and that's something.
Okay.
Obviously, you can work from there.
All right.
You
Kerry,
didn't break that trust.
Kerry,
you was human, but yeah, it's different.
George and Miles took up all your time, Kerry. We're going to talk to you on the next break. Don't go anywhere. You ain't sorry. Come back with more of your calls on the Michael Bader Show. Dominique, I agree 100% with you. Coming back with more about the truth about marriage on your radio. Thanks for listening to the Michael Bader Show live stream, sponsored by VideoPitch.com. Go to VideoPitch.com now and be a part of our growing community of writers, video producers, and filmmakers, and get paid to share your business, opinion, and talent with the world. Now back to the Michael Bader Show live stream. Welcome back, everybody. Talking about the truth about marriage is a big feature that we're going to do on a regular basis, man. A lot of folks out there trying to be married. Dominique DePrima, give me those stats on how low the marriage rate is now again.
Well, we're at the lowest levels that we've been since 1920. And, fewer people are getting married. Also interesting, though, 11% of people said they were in a committed relationship even though they're not married.
How about that? Let's go to Tracy on this. Tracy, what's going on? How you doing?
Hey, man, how you doing, man?
Talk to me, man. You heard what George had to say, what Dominique had to say, what I had to say. What's on your mind about this when we talk about marriage?
Well, first of all, let me just say this, man. You're doing a great job on your radio station. I appreciate it. I listen to you every day.
Thank you.
Secondly, man, I believe like this. I'm from the old school. If you're going to marry, you need to marry for what those vows say they are.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's something wrong in your bedroom that sends you out to go and cheat, then you need to talk about it before it happens, because if there's something wrong, if there's no communication, then there's nothing. And my last thing to say about this is, if you love that person the way you say you love that person, it wouldn't happen. So if you go out there and cheat, you need to be by yourself.
Wow. It wouldn't happen. So you're trying to tell me if you love your partner, people who love each other don't cheat on each other?
They don't. Love don't hurt. Love feels good.
I don't know, man.
I said if you love yourself, you wouldn't have cheated on
George. Hold on, Tracy.
You hate
Thanks
yourself.
for calling. I'm just telling y'all, we're not getting deep enough into this, man. And we talked about this before, George, about whether or not you can forgive or forget when it comes to infidelity. And you said once upon a time, George, these were your words. You said if it happens, you have to forget and you have to move on and build that relationship. Now you're telling me that you cannot survive infidelity. I just don't want to believe that.
I said if that's what you choose.
So you've never cheated, George?
I have not. I didn't.
Wow.
You're I don't know, man. It's on you. I mean, I think relationships can survive infidelity. Marriages especially, man. A lot is invested. You got kids, you got homes, you got time spent, you got love. What do you say, partner?
Listen here, man. Listen, Mike. Let me lay it out to you. Truth, trust, and God are the three things you need in your marriage, man. And listen to what I'm saying. I've cheated on women before, and I've been cheated on. When the tables turned on me, I didn't like